evening, everyone. I'm so glad you could all make it in tonight for this therapy session. My name is Becky, and I'm delighted that you're all here. Could we just take a moment and go around and introduce each other? I'm sorry, maybe before we start, I should lay down a couple of ground rules that I personally like to have all of us follow. I'd like us to use respectful language to each person that we're talking to or about. Like, not to talk about people that aren't here, especially negatively. And I'd also like to make certain that everybody gets a chance to talk without being talked over. So can we all agree on those ground rules?
Sure.
You too? Excellent. All right, let's get started. Why don't you introduce yourselves to me and what your role in the family is?
Well, I'm Bill, husband, father figure.
Mm-hmm. So you are biological or?
Yeah. No, you're not biological.
You're the stepfather too?
Yeah.
Young man here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I try to treat him like my own son.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. And you are?
My name is Ellen. I am the mother of this sweet little angel. And, okay, so you can smile. I know I'm funny. And I am the wife of Bill.
Okay, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And you are?
I'm Jay.
Hi, Jay.
The rest is John.
I just want to know a little bit about you and why you think we're here tonight.
Because my mom made us come because Bill wants to kick me out of the house.
That's pretty serious.
You're kind of freeloading off of us right now.
Okay, Bill.
I'm sorry. Let's.
I want to treat him like he's my own son. I want to kick him out.
Let me just. I'm sorry to interrupt, but on that note, let's Bill and everybody. Let's not talk over others. It's disrespectful. It's rude.
He's nice of you.
Sorry.
Thank you for acknowledging that. So Jay, that must be really hard. I can't imagine. What is hardest for you about hearing that?
He hates me, and it's just like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm always going to be the problem child, as he tells my mom all the time, like I don't hear him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's more concerned about everybody else in the family but me.
Oh, goodness. Bill, would you like to address that statement? I will give you a chance to respond to that.
Well, when, I don't know, it's very difficult because when I was Jay's age, I was already doing so many different things, learning to be an adult. I already knew what most of life was about.
Tell me a little about that. What was your childhood like?
Well, there's a lot of drugs in my family, and my mother had passed away from overdosing.
Oh.
And my father, when I was about 14, about Jay's age, he was incarcerated and still is for, he was selling drugs. And so then I went into foster care. However, we all know how the system works, and it's awful, abusive and everything. So basically I was on my own at 15. So I already had to figure out money and job and things like that. And I feel like Jay needs to be able to move forward in life and not sit stagnant in our family and be able to contribute. Not only if he stays with the family, if he's able to get his act together and stay with us, that he contributes with the family. If he doesn't move forward in life, then he needs to be out and he needs to figure life out.
Why don't you just sell it on the black market?
I'm sorry.
I turned out fine.
Bill and Jay, this again, respect. Bill, I appreciate you being so honest. That must have been really, sounds very difficult, your childhood.
Just kind of happens.
You know, it's important to understand that your experiences aren't exactly going to be what your stepchildren's experiences are. But I can imagine, I can understand that it would be difficult to have had that difficult of a childhood and then provide a good childhood, or do the best to provide for your stepchildren.
Are you insane?
Am I insane? No.
Yes.
Jay, I do want to hear more from you, but I want to give your mom a chance to share about what she's thinking about the relationship between you and your stepdad. All right, okay. Alan, why don't you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling about the situation?
Yeah, so Jay and his older sister Katie are my children from a previous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And my youngest, Sophie, is with Bill.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked really hard to cater to all the needs of all of my children equally and with as much love and care and respect as I possibly can. And no matter how much I try to communicate with Bill or communicate with the children or communicate with, my support systems, it's really proven unfruitful to find the same amount of love and respect for all the children equally from other parties in the family, both from Jay and Katie to Sophie and from Bill to the children. I know you love her, sweetie, but do you love Katie more? Do you align with Katie more?
I love him.
That's true. So I think and I understand that you are gonna like somebody more at some point, but it feels deeper than that.
Well, that's very, I'm glad that you're able to share that. And I'm glad you can recognize these feelings and share them in this setting. Well, Jay, what you were talking about earlier, I want to go back to what it must feel like to be 15 years old and have the threat of your home being taken from you. Can you tell me? I want you to risk being vulnerable right now. Are you willing to try that?
Sure.
Okay. What I'm hearing is that maybe you feel like no one loves you. No one really loves you. Probably feel a little helpless and maybe a little alone, don't you?
I mean, I guess I feel like Bill doesn't love me. Not that my mom doesn't, but she doesn't know what to do. Yeah, I feel alone, I do. I don't understand why Katie, my older sister, she's 18. Okay? She was never expected to contribute to do any of these things. But I'm 15.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will really hire me unless it's some dishwasher and some crappy diner or something like that. Nobody will hire me. And I feel like I'm always the target of everything, of all of his anger that he has, and I don't know why he's so freaking angry all the time, but I'm always the target of everything.
Thank you very much for sharing like that. What I want you to do, and I know Bill and Ellen are right here and they heard you, but what I want you to do is convey to them how you feel. Can you take that risk and share that with them directly?
What, you want me to just repeat everything I just said?
Maybe just paraphrase what you just said.
I feel like you hate me, and I feel like you let him take his anger out on me. He's angry all the time. You're angry all the time, and you take it out on me, and I don't know what else to do. That's why I wanted to kill myself, because of you. Because you make me feel like I'm not even human, and you let that happen, and I'm sorry, I don't want to put that on you, Mom, but it's true, it happens. It happens all the time.
Thank you very much, Judy. Now, Bill and Ellen, let's take one at a time. Could you tell me what it feels like to have Jay share these feelings with you? Can I start with you, Bill?
Sure. I don't know, it's very difficult because I feel like a lot of times I'm not trying to be angry with Jay. I feel like maybe I'm additionally messed up because I don't always feel anger towards you. I feel like sometimes I'm trying to help you or show some sympathy or love to you. Maybe it comes out wrong.
Thank you.
I also wanted to add that I feel like it's very difficult because at least with Katie, she's old enough that she can grasp what is happening with you and how you are feeling and your actions. However, when it drops down to our daughter Sophie, she's very impressionable. She's very young, and it's very difficult for Sophie to be growing up in a house where her older brother is hurting himself.
She doesn't even know.
She does, honey.
She doesn't
She
know.
does.
Okay. Jay, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to give Bill a chance to respond to you, and you'll have another chance to talk. Let's give your mom a chance to see how she feels about what you had to say.
Well, that just breaks my heart. I'm so sorry that I make you feel that way. That is not my intention at all. I hope you know that it's not my intention. And I know that knowing that's not my intention doesn't fix it. But just, I know how you feel because I've been there before. And I understand as much as I can the feeling of not wanting to be somewhere. And I'm sorry if I allow Bill to treat you the way that he does. I think that comes from how I grew up, and I'm so sorry that I let how I grew up seep into your childhood and your growing up into the amazing man that you are.
Wonderful, thank you all. I want to thank all of you. You've all really bared your souls here today to each other, and I really hope that some healing has started to happen because of that. Jay, you had some, you had something to say when Bill was talking, and what you said was that, it's the actual one, Sophie. Sophie, you don't think Sophie's impacted by your actions?
No, because the only interaction I have with Sophie is like if I'm playing a game with her or something. She's a little kid. I would never like hurt myself in front of her because she would be so traumatized. I'm not stupid.
Nobody's calling you stupid, Jay.
Right, but it's implied. It really is. It's implied that I would do something to endanger my little sister's life. And also, it's kind of funny how they'll only, oh yeah, Katie knows what's going on, but he only cares about how me wanting to hurt myself. He's not worried about that. He's worried about his kid. Because I'm not his kid. He's worried about his kid.
And if that's what you heard from Bill's statement, it's not exactly what I heard, but I understand. And I do want to say I'm grateful that you can share your feelings, and that is,
I would share my feelings here, but then we have to go home, and you're not going to be there.
no, but I think that you guys have got a good start on sharing and communicating with one another. And I just want to say that, and I'm grateful to hear you say that in front of Katie, that you don't want her to see any of your Sophie is the little one, sorry. But just so you are aware, Sophie is part of your family, and your family dynamic is stressed right now. And so she may not know some of the behaviors that you are taking part in right now, but she's feeling the stress.
But isn't it
Sophie has asked about your scars.
Let you talk.
Yeah, Bill,
And what did you tell her about my scars?
It's very difficult to explain it
What
to
did
a
you
small
say?
child.
What did you say?
guys, this isn't giving.
Can you please just, I don't know what you said.
Can we just give each other time and not talk with each other?
What did you say to Katie when she asked, or Sophie when she asked about my scars?
It was very difficult because I couldn't tell her the truth. And I don't want to lie about something that's happening within the family. So I had to explain that there was an accident and you had hurt yourself.
So then you're exposing her to that, not me.
I'm not
You're
going to lie
telling
to her. And I'm not going to cover for your ass.
You don't have to cover for me.
Bill, one more time. There's a lot of tension.
You literally are shaming me about feeling suicidal and hurting myself. And that's really fucked up.
Jay, And Bill, I'm gonna ask you one more time, to please be more respectful. to
Do you
each
hear him now?
other. Well, I hear him, I hear you, and I'm hearing Ellen. And
Like, her
when,
mom never says anything because he doesn't let her say anything.
well, I gave Ellen an opportunity and she shared.
First time in years, she never would say anything about how she feels.
Your mother's welcome to speak whenever she would like.
Oh, good, are you giving her permission?
No, she's always been.
Gentlemen, please. Well, everyone, sorry to end our session on a tense note, but I just wanted to say that I feel as though we really made some progress. Just getting your open, lines of communication and talking. I hope we can agree that, to meet again is my hope, and, until that meeting, I just want everybody to try to maintain a level of respect with one another. Can we agree that Jay is going to remain in the house?
Yes.
And that we're going to continue to try to work on solving the problems and the conflicts that are existing. Is everybody in agreement and would like to meet with me again?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you for coming in.
Thanks.
I'll see you next week.